You're listening to Served Up, a podcast that features inspiring beverage professionals and topic experts that share their passions through meaningful conversations. I'm your host, Bridget Albert, also known as a Market Fresh Mixologist, an industry mentor with decades of experience. Grab a cocktail and sit back. Let's learn how we can make a positive impact in our industry. Hey, y'all, it's Bridget here. Welcome to our Served Up New Orleans series, where the vibrant spirit of hospitality comes alive through the voices shaping the beverage culture. From passionate brand ambassadors and dedicated bartender resource activists to even a world-renowned burlesque dancer, this diverse lineup brings us a unique blend of expertise, creativity, and charisma. These conversations dive deep into the craft, challenges, and culture behind our communities that make hospitality truly unforgettable. Join us as we celebrate the heart and soul of hospitality that never stops inspiring. Hey y'all, it's Bridget here. Today I'm joined by Bryan Inman, the spirited storyteller and brand ambassador for Rhum Barbancourt. Bryan doesn't just talk about rum, he brings it to life, mixing a splash of history, a twist of culture, and a generous pour of fun into every conversation. From the sugarcane fields of Haiti to your favorite cocktail, he's here to share why Rhum Barbancourt is more than just a rum. Guys, it's a total vibe. So sit back, relax, grab yourself your favorite Barbancourt cocktail, and enjoy this really fun episode. So Bryan, let's start off from the beginning. What really drew you into the world of beverage?
Ooh, how much time do you have?
Not much. Make it quick. I want to get to the
Digest.
tasting.
All right, yes, absolutely. So, got to do the Ace Ventura. So it all started in 2020. No, I'm kidding. So, but really, everything for me started tiki bars in like 2016, and I didn't even know what tiki bars were. But hey, I like the tiki room at Disneyland, and so went and then just got enamored. Started going to these tiki bars. Hey, you know, cocktails are great, rum's cool, blah blah blah. And then during COVID, you know, people were making bread. I started making those tiki drinks that I like drinking that I couldn't go get. And then that just kicked off on a massive life-changing experience. So I basically spent 10 years in tech and then pivoted out of that by just making tiki drinks at home, from doing that as a hobby to leaving that tech career and then becoming a rum-obsessed lunatic that drinks rum and hangs out for a living. So between bartending, brand ambassading, hosting my own events, I've just gotten completely pulled into this world.
I love it. And what a fun world it is to be in. From tech, though, right?
Yeah.
Tech's cool, but I mean, come on.
Yeah, you know, the only thing is kind of I just miss the money and the benefits. But, you know, that's not a reason to say. Yeah. But I mean, now it's just fun because I get to travel all over the world, been to South America, been to Asia, drinking rum, hanging out. It's great.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Can you really let's set the table here for folks that may not even understand the difference between rums. When we talk about rum spelled R-U-M or rum spelled R-H-U-M. Let's start there. Can you tell us the difference?
So looking at you, audience, so the best thing is I've hosted so many different rum events, and my favorite, I always like to ask the audience, hey, what's this, what's that? So I remember saying, what does the H stand for? And somebody, knowing that Barbancourt is from Haiti, went, Haiti! Which, no, of course not. Rum has many different names, and rum itself is just one part of the sugarcane spirit tree.
Yes.
So, but rum with an H specifically indicates some sort of French influence or previous colonization. So there's rum with an H, there's R-O-N, which is in Latin American countries, R-U-M in English-speaking countries, and then when you get out of that, there's Claren, which is moonshine from Haiti, Cachaça, which is in Brazil, and so on and so forth. So it's kind of like Game of Thrones, where a girl has no name, but a rum has many names.
I love that reference. I do. You know, so with the 160 years of history with this rum, I mean, really what you are, you know, out in the beverage world with is a true antique.
Yeah.
With great history And it is something that is cherished and loved by so many of us in the beverage industry. And so how do you, as an ambassador, channel just that such rich legacy and really bring it to life to new audiences?
Yeah, I mean, I think first and foremost, it's being a student of history. And so I didn't realize this until I started working with Barbancourt, which is a humbling experience in and of itself. You know, fifth generation family owned, legacy brand, global reach, and an anomaly if we talk about production a little bit later. But just the rich history of Haiti for the longest time, understanding that at one point Haiti was producing more sugar and more coffee than all other Caribbean countries or colonies at the time combined, back when it was called Saint-Domingue. And it's actually Haitian molasses that went to the United States or colonial America that turned into the United States. Fun fact, rum is not a country. Nope. Let's Willy Wonka that. America is not a country without rum. That is fact. History, look it up. And it's in large part because of Haitian molasses.
It absolutely, well, you know, with that said, what aspects of the Haitian culture is really captured in Barbancourt rum?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's intrinsic to it, right? Because since 1862, a French dude living in Cognac, France, ends up deciding to go back to Haiti because of the Haitian roots. And at the time, really takes Cognac styles of production and starts doing it in Haiti. But the embodiment is the resilience, the spirit, the craftsmanship, and everything else in between. The cool thing about Barbancourt, too, again, fifth generation family owned, less than, I think, like 5% or less than 1% of likelihood that it statistically stays in a family that long. There's always that joke that the third generation ends up messing it up on top of...
But isn't that with everything?
Yeah, I know, right? I know.
My family is totally screwed.
I know, and it's like, could you imagine being the fourth generation of like the Rockefeller family? Why'd he give all his money away or whatever it was, you know? Outside of that, too, I mean, it's just been around for a long time. They're one of the largest employers. It's intrinsic into the culture. So if you go to Haiti, I have not had a chance to go yet, but I'm really excited to. But everybody that I've talked to, I was in Orlando earlier this week, or actually, I don't even know what day it is, last week, and my Uber driver was Haitian, and for about an hour we ended up just talking about Barbancourt, or as they say, Barbancourt. And so he actually worked at the facility, talked about all the stories of his family. They have worked with 3,000 sugarcane farmers for generations, so it's intrinsic into the culture. So I kind of say that there's nothing more Haitian than Barbancourt. And yes, I'm a little biased, but what can I say?
What can you say? Is there a moment or a conversation that really sticks with you as a brand ambassador? Like you said, you know, you're maybe in an Uber or a taxi, and all of a sudden you start talking about, you know, Barbancourt rum. But was there almost that aha moment experience for you as a brand ambassador when you were out there with Barbancourt?
Yeah, so last year, the master distiller, Jean-Marc, came to San Francisco, and he and I and a couple other team members ended up hosting this dinner. And it was really exciting to just hear him talk about the production methods and even just the story on this. Or there's a couple exciting limited releases that are coming, and just talking about how the process and how even just this, which this is liquid gold, by the way, and then even asking him questions. So Barbancourt has a 15-year expression, and it turns out it's aged in 4 separate barrels. So it starts... And Barbancourt's an anomaly for a couple reasons. One, most of their aged products are aged exclusively in virgin French oak, which is pretty rare in the rum world. Most things are ex-bourbon or have some kind of ex-influence. But the 15-year, 7 years in virgin French oak, then they take all of that liquid, put it into a new batch of virgin French oak for another 7 years, and then there's a 6-month aging in cognac and 6 months in ex-bourbon. And when I asked Jean-Marc, that seems a little bit complicated, so why are we doing it like that? And all he said is, he put his hand on my shoulder and he went, you know, Bryan, we just like to do things a little bit more complicated just because we can. So it was very tongue-in-cheek, but yeah, very good time spending with him.
Well, whatever he's doing is absolutely working with this rum. Now, the brand has survived, you know, political upheavals and just national disasters and global shifts throughout all the years. What does that resilience really say about Haiti and about Barbancourt rum?
Oh, that the people are going to endure no matter what hand they're dealt. I mean, you talk about when they gained their independence in 1804, 19 years or 21 years later, 1825, the French come back and say, hey, you owe us money. They have to pay 90 million francs, which they didn't pay off till 1947. and they're still surviving and they're thriving and they're able to make beautiful products like Barbancourt that are still, despite all the upheaval, still finding their ways to every corner of the world. So I mean, I kind of keep hammering home that resilience, but that's what it really is to me.
Well, can we taste some?
Absolutely. So I haven't actually popped this yet because to me, there's nothing better than the sound of a bottle pop. So I'm going to get the microphone real close. Oh, yeah.
Hey.
I don't know why. That's a little ASMR for everybody. So this, if I may, sorry, my bartender, I don't think I already have my hand behind my back. This is really exciting. You say when, because I have a heavy pour.
That's good. It's early still. There you go. It's good.
And so this is really exciting. So this is the latest of the core lineup of Barbancourt. So this is Haitian proof. And checking, are we still centered on this? Rock and roll. So this is Haitian proof. So this actually was unveiled in 2023, came to the U.S. in 2024. So Barbancourt has always had 4 SKUs. So they had a white rum that was 43%. Everything else was 43%, 86 proof. This was unveiled at the end of 2023. I tried it in L.A. With the team before I was a brand ambassador, and my mind was blown. Oh, my God, this is great. And the exciting thing is this has replaced that white rum, as we called it. Crazy thing about this, it's 110 proof. And only like
it's a party.
I tell you, and only about $20. So the cool thing about Barbancourt, 100% column stilled. So even on the nose, for those that have tried Agricole, quick distinction, Agricole is from any continued French-controlled region, Martinique, Guadeloupe, Réunion, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So this production method is a lot lighter and softer. It's not a grass bomb when you smell it. So I mean, for me, I get big powdered sugar notes, a little bit of brine, a little bit of citrus peel, mostly limes, but nothing crazy or intense. 100% column stilled.
I get brioche.
Oh, yeah. It's
Some
very like
brioche
yeasty
and just
as
like
well.
a little bit of earth as well.
Absolutely.
Some orange blossom. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it smells great.
Well, cheers.
Okay.
And it's very unaggressive. That's not a word. It's very unassuming at a 55%. It's pretty soft still.
It's crazy because for the proof, I'm not on fire.
Right.
You know, I mean, and I don't have anything to calm my palate at this very moment anyhow, but I don't need it.
Yeah.
Right? I don't even need it. It's so delightful. And so with that said, it seems to me that it'd be very mixable.
Yes, absolutely.
Can you maybe tell our guests here what cocktails do you recommend?
Sure. So always a classic daiquiri. The amount of times I've had to explain a daiquiri is just rum, lime, shiver me timbers. I don't even know where we.
10 proof. It's good.
But rum, lime, sugar, shaken in a shaker, served up in a coupe glass, not blended, not slushified. Thanks New Orleans and Vegas for shifting the perspective of what a daiquiri actually is. But that's solid. If you want something more bitter, Negroni is super solid as well.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Hold on now. Let's talk
Hold on
Negroni.
now. Now you're messing with a beloved classic cocktail.
Yeah.
You need to break that down. Why does it work? What are the amounts that you're pouring of the ingredients?
So the wonderful thing about it.
And can we try one later today?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool.
Absolutely. I almost had to. Anyways, so the beautiful thing about a Negroni and many equal parts cocktails is if you follow the ingredients, you cannot mess it up. So it's 1 ounce of whatever spirit, because if you think about it, a Negroni and a Boulevardier are the exact same cocktail. One's bourbon-based or whiskey-based, and the other one's gin-based. So if you take this, which has a lot of those kind of earthy kind of notes, not so much botanically, but that kind of yeast and some of that earthiness, and you combine that with Campari and a sweet red vermouth, just in equal parts, big old rock, express citrus peel, orange peel, and oh my God, mwah. So that's super easy. I'm actually hosting a dinner tonight at the old Absinthe House where we're doing a riff on a Corpse Survivor #2. Okay. So you sub out the gin for this. You sub out the orange curacao for the Giffard apricot, which if you have not had the Giffard apricot, we're not even associated with the brand. I just love it so much. And then the old school cocktail recipe called for Quina Lillet, kind of like James Bond, 1/4 ounce Quina Lillet. But they don't actually have that anymore. So Tempest Fugit has a Quina Lillet alternative. And then you have the little lemon juice, a couple dashes of absinthe, and it's called La Liberté, for liberty. Yeah, the Haitian Creole word for that. And it tastes like a Jolly Rancher. It tastes like one of those old school Jolly Ranchers. Old school. Do they still make Jolly Ranchers? Now I want one.
They do.
Oh, so see, exactly.
Negronis and Jolly Ranchers later.
Absolutely. And the last thing, too, the super, super most simple is now that I've been bartending for a while, the best thing that you can mix with this, in my opinion, it's so simple, super simple. So simple, it's super simple. It's so simple. Big Rock, 1.5 ounces to 2 ounces of this, 1.5 ounces to 2 ounces of Montenegro Amaro.
Ooh,
because
nice.
rum and Amaro, I have quickly realized, are just the peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah,
of the
they're like
liquid.
besties.
It's so good. Yeah. And then, of course, if you want to do a little bit of an orange peel, it's just stir it till the glass chills, and those are real easy cocktails. We're not talking, tiki drinks or anything like that, which you could do a lot with this in tiki, but it just serves as a really, really solid workhorse in so many cocktails. And the fact is, too, retail price, wholesale is kind of different in each state, but the retail price for anything, I've seen it as low as $18.99 and as high as $26.99. So perfect for cocktails, and it's really tasty by itself, too.
It is delicious.
Yeah.
I don't normally, sip on rum by itself, but I would with this one because it is complex. Like I said, you're getting the brioche, you're getting, the orange blossom water, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It really is a lot of fun. Now, for somebody taking, their first sip of this rum, what do you hope that they feel? And most importantly, what do you hope that they understand?
Yeah. So with all the events that I've hosted...
I'm going to keep sipping.
Oh, yeah, please do.
I'm going to keep sipping.
You sip. Wait, hang on. You sip on that rum. Okay, that was ASMR.
It's so good.
We need a little bit of... Okay, so... the number of events that I have hosted, not many people are used to sipping, 55%. You've taken it like a champ. So up top, I knew I liked to. But the first thing that I do is I tell somebody, take a tiny little sip just to kind of acclimate your taste buds. And then when you take your second or your third sip, you really want to kind of swirl it around in your mouth a little bit. And that does two things. It kind of helps your taste buds get adjusted and acclimated to the burn.
Sure.
And of course, it's going to burn in your mouth, but it won't hit you or kill you in your throat, your chest, or your stomach. So, and then the more that you sip, the more flavor that you start to taste. What I hope that people taste when they enjoy this, first by itself, or hey, if you want to do it in cocktails, I kind of like to say rum is like Burger King and have it your way. Burger King, don't sue me, please. But it's something to where people can appreciate the craftsmanship, because all rum production, and Barbancourt is really the perfect example of just a marriage of passion and science. And so with the Haitian proof here, this has a really cool story. So as mentioned, Barbancourt works with 3,000 local sugarcane farmers, and these are multi-general relationships. Now, Barbancourt, because of the resources that they have, they've been able to isolate the highest quality of cane. The Madame Muse is what they called their varietal. And what's cool about that is they isolate the most dense and nutrient-rich, and then they run this in producing the Haitian proof by itself. So they'll kind of clean everything out. They'll run this to create their Haitian proof, and then they'll go back to making the 3-star, the 5-star, the 15-year, etc. And so this is the brainchild of Delphine Gardere, our fearless leader, 5th generation descendant of Dupree Barbancourt, and it's because of her that this is on the market. And Jean-Marc, this is his baby, the master distiller. So what I hope when people taste this is that, for some people the proof might be high, but it is a flavorful expression. It's a beautiful embodiment of what Barbancourt stands for as a company, as a product, and in representation of Haiti as well.
That's really great. Where can folks find Barbancourt rum on social and yourself?
Yeah, so first off, you could do Barbancourt rum _USA. You could do Barbancourt Haiti. Those are on Instagram. I don't think there's really TikTok. TikTok doesn't like alcohol, which is the bane of my existence as a content creator. For myself, you can find me at The Rum Champion. I picked the name because of Game of Thrones. I don't think championship belt. R.I.P. Prince Oberyn. So that's where you can find us. As far as finding Barbancourt, these SKUs are available nationally through Curiata. So Curiata is an e-com platform that works with liquor stores around the country. This is really hard to find because it's limited, just trying to get product out of Haiti, and it's also hard to keep on shelves because it's so affordable. So either bars will snatch all the product,
absolutely.
Or selfishly, I'm buying everything the second I see it hit the shelves.
Wonderful. Well, with that, I want to thank you so much for coming on Served Up. You've been an absolute delight. And I want to wish you just some great health and a lot of peace. Thank you for coming on Served Up. Cheers to you. Thanks for listening. Served Up is brought to you by Southern Glazers Wine and Spirits. Produced by Zunu.online. Music by We Killed the Lion can be found on Spotify. Make sure to subscribe to be notified of our future Served Up episodes. Cheers.